Greetings, comic friends. I have a stack of new comics here, which means one thing. It is Wednesday, New Comic Book Day, so it is time for TGIW. Thank God it is Wednesday. Another bit of a beefy week. Last week was a little bit beefy as well, but it was really, really solid. This time around, not quite so lucky, but close. There are maybe two, maybe three books that are kind of like, but two of them are, this is the last issue, and one of them, it is the second to last issue, so it shouldn't be a problem anymore. Even though my weeks may not be getting as slim as I want, they're definitely becoming a higher percentage of enjoyable content. I think I'm doing a much better job of cutting out the stuff that I don't get as excited about, as well as not picking that sort of stuff up anymore. Having a better realization of the stuff that I'll actually enjoy, and skipping on things that maybe I would enjoy, but maybe I wouldn't. So I guess if you don't play the game, you can't win, but you also can't lose. So maybe that's the best way to go. But I'll start with the ones that I'm a little bit more meh on, and they're probably not too surprising. The Marvels number 12. This has been okay. I've been pretty lukewarm to cold on it for, I don't know, the last 5 or so issues. I looked ahead and saw how many there were going to be. I saw there was 12. I was over halfway to the end, so I decided just to hang with it. I don't regret it or not regret it. It just kind of is, I suppose. But we'll wrap this up, and with this in hand, I went ahead and took off any sort of Marvels things in the future off of my list, so I won't be getting any more of that stuff. Which, I don't know. I want to say it's hard. It's just I've gotten all Marvel stuff up until now, so to not get any more is kind of a, I don't know. I have everything up until now, so why not keep going? But I'm not enjoying it as much as I did, or as I used to. So there's no point in continuing it. This one I've almost probably since issue 2 I've said I don't know what's going on. I should drop it, but I just keep forgetting. We Live, Age of Paladonians. Still don't really understand what's happening with this, or how it's really connected to We Live, aside from there's a similar character, but like the story, I don't get the jump here. I kept forgetting to drop it. I finally asked today, like, how many issues are there? They said 5. So there's only one more issue after this. So at that point, I might as well at least get the last issue. And then Savage Spider-Man number 5. This is also the end of this. It says Saga Conclusion, so I guess this is the end, right? Because first it was Nonstop Spider-Man, and then it was Savage Spider-Man, or Nonstop led right into Savage Spider-Man. Which I don't know. It's so strange, but it's been okay. I don't like when they do stuff like this with Peter. Whether it be in the real universe or even like alternate universes, like make him actually spider-like. It's just, I don't know. I don't dig it. But the rest of what I have here, I'm super excited about. There is one thing that I got off the wall. And this is a total guilty pleasure. And it's probably absolute complete nonsense, but Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids. So, when these properties came out in the 80s was when I was a kid, and I loved both of these things. It was really kind of the beginning of that sort of gross out era, which lasted quite a while. But I think this was really kind of the beginning of it. I collected a lot of Garbage Pail Kids cards. I had Mad Balls. There were these larger Mad Balls that were like actual, like made off of sports balls. There was like a football and a basketball that were the size of actual well, close to a size of basketball and actual football. They did not serve well as either, because the basketball, right, it had all these like 3D features on it, so if you try to bounce it, it would like go off in a weird direction, and the football was not similar. It had all this weird stuff coming out of it, so it was not designed aerodynamically, but they were fun, and I like the actual balls themselves. I think they reissued some of these, and I've thought about getting some. They also made some, I think they were Mad Balls where they had little bodies and the head stuck on them. They could like shoot them off or something like that. Sounds familiar. I think I had some of those. But yeah, I don't know. I thought they were fun, and so there's some nostalgia there in both those properties. If I was only into one of those, I probably wouldn't have gotten this, but since I was into both, I'm like, let's see what it's about. And again, the rest are really good. Bunny Mask, The Hollow Inside. I think there's one more issue of this. Bunny Mask, it's really weird. Like, it's super cryptic. I think it probably would definitely read better in collected editions. Reading it issue to issue is I think reading it all at once would be weird and confusing enough, let alone having about a month in between them. But it is interesting storytelling. Again, it doesn't really tell you exactly what's going on, because I don't think you're supposed to know exactly what's going on with these weird, I don't know, I don't want to say gods, but maybe demons or something like that. But it is interesting, and I do enjoy it. She-Hulk 5. This has been fun. She-Hulk with coming back, living back in Jan's apartment, and Jack of Hearts is there, and they're rekindling that. So this has been good. I guess I still don't know if this is ongoing or limited. I never figured that out. New Fantastic Four #2. I've talked about my love for New Fantastic Four before. The first issue was fun, so I'm going to continue with that. Moon Knight, Black, White, or Blood. Just like any of the Black, White, or Blood things, it's a bunch of individual stories, right? And they're hit or miss. I remember the first issue I really liked. The second issue, the stories didn't really speak to me too much. They weren't bad. They just I didn't feel they were as good. So, but that's no reason to drop it, because the next issue 3 in this case, they could be great. They're all independent stories. So it's kind of, if you're getting the first issue, you might as well be getting all of them, because if you have some interest in short Moon Knight stories, they're all short Moon Knight stories by different creators and so on. So there's no real reason to drop it just because of one issue that didn't really speak to you. Let's see. This also excited about. It's another conclusion. So it thins out the poll file a little bit. But Maestro, World War M, #5. And I believe this does conclude this entire Maestro series, which I'm super excited about. I've been loving this. Peter David does a great Hulk, obviously. And this book has been fun and solid all the way through. At first, I did kind of question, and I mean, I still do, some of the origin of Maestro stuff. But past that, the stories of the Maestro being Maestro are a lot of fun. So if you have an interest in Hulk, if you like Future Imperfect at all, you should definitely be reading Maestro. Alien Annual #1. I've talked to people about Alien, and I suppose that it's mixed. I have really liked it, like every arc from beginning to end. I've really, really enjoyed it. The art's been great. I've liked the stories. I may be somewhat alone in that. I don't know. I'd be curious what the rest of you out there think if you read it. But I've been digging it. So Annual 1, I'm guessing it's just a standalone one-shot type story. But we'll see. But it's nice to have books like that with it's a rotating team, but they at least get 5 issues to tell a story. It's not like every issue it's a different team. some team gets to come in and tell their arc, and then there's another arc, and so on, and they're not connected to each other. So it's just a nice, fun series of alien stories. And again, if you don't like one arc, you might like the next one, because it's completely unrelated, and it will be a different team. So who knows? The Silver Coin, number 12, and this fun horror anthology. And hit or miss, definitely more hits than misses, I would say, for sure. But overall, it's been a lot of fun, and it's one of the books I looked forward to reading the most whenever I get it. And Venom Lethal Protector number 4. Like last time, it's if you like the original Venom Lethal Protector. It's the Venom of that era written by that writer, and it fits right in with it. So if you are a 90s Venom fan, then you will like this book. If you're not, then you probably won't. So, but it's pretty easy to decide whether or not you should be reading this based upon that. And yeah, that's all. So we have a total of 12 books, but three books? 3 books are the last. Let's see. 3 books are the last of the limited. 2 books are the second to last of a limited. One's a one-shot. One's an annual. And actually, the rest are all limited series. Unless She-Hulk isn't. These are all limited series, except for the annual. Weird. And I guess I don't know about Silver Coin. I imagine it ends sometime. Maybe 12. That seems like a reasonable ending number. And again, I don't know if... Actually, She-Hulk is number 5. They're starting to end stuff on 5s now. Let's see if... I'm going to take a peek at the end of it. It says to be concluded or... No, to be continued. Okay. So... I guess, I don't know. Is She-Hulk ongoing? I keep forgetting to ask, and I'm too lazy to look it up. But anyway, with the exception of maybe 2, everything I've gotten is like one shot or limited series. Weird. So it actually maybe is not as heavy a week as I thought. I mean, it is. 12 books is 12 books, right? But seeing as I'm not picking up as many limited series anymore, then... it looks better for the future, but that's a lot of limiteds. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you think. What did you get that you were looking forward to this week? Did I miss anything? What do you think I got that looks really good? Let me know in the comments, and like and subscribe. And of course, don't forget to make yours Titan. This video is brought to you by Titan Comic Pressing. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Titan Comic Pressing LLC.